Good morning, Goodfellas. So I'm departing right now at 7 a.m. going to Pforzheim in Schwarzwald in Germany. And I'm gonna visit Otto Hutt, which is a German pen producer. They have their own manufactory. I don't think the manufacturer is gonna be working right now because of the outstanding situation. But we're gonna discuss quite a few things about the industry, about style of Zug carrying the brand, and I'm obviously looking forward on seeing how the headquarters looks like. Stay tuned. Quick stop for a coffee. For the occasion, I'm obviously wearing my pinstripe Amarcord, and another hour and I'll be getting at in Pforzheim. I love the understatement and conceptual beauty of swatches, and I brought with me these two beauties, the Marlin Racing and the Pilot Custom Heritage 92 as writing companions. Let's go. And to enter, I obviously have to wear a mask, and I'm wearing our Amarcord mask we created. So this is all Otto Hutt's factory in the beautiful area of Schwarzwald, and this too. Okay, good fellas, I'm very happy because I'm here in Pforzheim at Otto Hutt, and I have the pleasure of being here with Frei. Great to be here. Thanks for welcoming me at your factory.
Thanks for coming. It's a great pleasure.
Absolutely. It was a long time we didn't meet each other again, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. So you have to understand that I mentioned that a few times already, also on my Instagram stories, but we're talking here about a company, about a production side that creates everything on site. So, Mr. Frei, tell me, how many employees do you have in your factory?
Actually, we have 70 employees in numerous departments, from construction to surface decoration to shipping. Yeah,
that's amazing. So, it is actually true. I've seen it with my eyes, but I'm really asking you. You're doing everything here in-house.
Everything is done here in our company, from construction to lacquering, electroplating, machining the individual parts, polishing, laser engraving, and also the guilloche technique, which is a World Heritage technique. And everything is done here.
So one can actually say every time you go out from a store with a Otto Hutt product, you actually know that it's done here in the factory.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think that's a key thing, guys, because products are about the know-how of the production that creates the product. And when you walk in this factory and you see the people working and you see how much passion that each single individual has in the factory, and that everyone has his own task until the finished product comes out, it's something that blows me as a retailer, as a pen aficionado, totally blows my mind.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, sometimes people have a different idea from pen productions. They're saying there are 2-3 parts which has to match together, but in fact there is a lot more to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And people find it strange that the building is so big, and the 70 employees must be there, and all the machinery must be there to achieve later a final product.
Absolutely, and I think it's very important to mention that these machines you have here, they're actually machines made to produce pen parts.
I mean, some of the machines or similar machines are used in, for example, in the Swiss watch industry,
Yes.
or in other industries. But we use these machines for our purpose with diamond cut parts from the machine, which is really outstanding task of our workmanship.
Absolutely. I want to ask you two other things. One of those will be to quickly present the design C to us. But
Okay.
first, I would like to know from you, tell me the materials that you manufacture here in your production. I mean, what kind of materials are you able to produce, to cut, to work?
We use, for example, resin for ink feeders, sterling silver, 18 karat gold we do, and a lot of brass, aluminium, steel are the most common materials we use.
Well, you do also work like stone. Do you work like wood also?
We work with wood, we work with stone.
So you're actually able to do almost everything.
Many materials.
That's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, even me, I wasn't aware of how much know-how you have here. I'm totally blown away with your infrastructure, and I'm really glad that I took my time to come here and that you had time for me. Now, I would like, this is 100 years that the brand Otto Hutt is out on the market, which is a great achievement. Obviously 220, maybe not the best year to do a great launch of a product like this, but I can assure that it's still going to be extremely successful because, Mr. Frei, tell us about the Design C, the latest creation of
the Design C we presented at the Paper World Trade Show. We presented it together with the designer Mike Brown from Berlin. We presented it in a kind of at the first day of the fair with a celebration with our international and national friends and partners. That was very, very, very good start. It was very touching, and we were very proud of that.
Fantastic. How did you get in contact with Mark Brown?
We were looking for a designer for our centenary writing instrument. And we liked very much what he did so far, especially his Nomos watches. We liked very much, and we just called him. And he is a consulting professor at a design university close by. When he was visiting that university, he came by and he was equally impressed with the manufacturing as you were.
I can imagine.
And so he immediately said
Absolutely.
yes.
I think for an industrial designer to come here and to see what you're able to do, it's just a great source of inspiration, right? For a designer like Mark Brown.
For him, it was great. When we saw the first sketch, we were asking ourselves, where is the clip?
Exactly.
But we discovered, he quickly explained with the indexes and the function, how he thought about the function of the pen.
So tell us, the outside the barrel and the cap are made out of which material?
It's sterling silver aligned to the Fibonacci sequence I was explained, and so that everybody would just be perfect.
So that the proportions are exactly how they need to be. What about these two little, how can we call them, buttons?
We call them indexes. Which prevent the Design C from rolling away on the desk. They are made of 18 karat gold.
So you produce the sterling silver in-house, then you produce these little indexes in 18 karat solid gold, and then you apply them on
perfectly aligned to the cap and to the barrel.
Fantastic. And also what I find very interesting is you tell me about that piston filler. So first of all, who did it? And how did it came that you created this kind of piston filling mechanism?
I mean, this piston, usually if you activate a piston filler, you have to remove the cap. Here it's not necessary. You just have to pull it up a little bit, and then it's running free. Then you activate it this way, and you can pump the system.
It's amazing.
You can fill it, and then you push it down. You can turn it around until it's again perfectly aligned.
Perfectly aligned. I think these are the little details that make the difference in a product.
I mean, the development time was 2 years, and we put this mechanism up for a patent already.
Fantastic.
Because and we already plan to use it in another series.
Of course, and I think that it's my compliments, because I think the writing instrument industry, that's exactly what we need. This kind of innovations and of having a product that has a new kind of approach than everything else that is available on the market. Tell me also one other thing, the grip where you hold the pen.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you look at it, I had like one customer telling me, oh, is it in plastic? Because from the picture you might not figure out that it is actually in...
No, it's made in stainless steel.
Yes, amazing.
And it's palladium plated, and after that it's PVD coated.
And
so,
interesting, the coating, everything done in-house. So again...
the idea was you have this very pure writing instrument, and if you use it, you discover this little more shouting piece and the beautiful nib.
18 karat gold nib. Right.
Yeah,
and it's also very interesting that it's a very puristic and industrial design, but the materials used are so traditional and old, so it's these two words that merge together, right?
The materials, with the materials we honor the 100 years of Otto Hutt, which was a silversmith in the town of Pforzheim. And that was the idea behind, and to use, to machine it in traditional methods, and at the same time to apply a new approach with a piston filler and the noble metals in the indexes.
Absolutely. And there's the last thing, design C stands for
century.
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 It's the century of Otto Hutt.
Sure.
And we're looking very much ahead of seeing what you're going to develop. I'm obviously going to carry the brand in my store 100%, because I'm really impressed by the know-how, the product, the quality, and also the price point. Not to forget, the price point is always very important also. And I'm really looking forward on working with you guys and seeing the developments of the brand in the future, and on doing some very, very cool stuff. Compliments again.
Thank you. We are very, very happy to meet you again and to...
Fantastic. Thank you very much.